This is the automatic bomb computer or low altitude bomb attachment for use with the Norden Bombsight. It basically does the calculations of an E6B computer, and when the information is input into the computer for drift and tangent of the dropping angle, it is then able to do calculation for ground speed, and later when turned on the bomb run it maintains these numbers in the system and rapidly allows computation of ground speed and dropping angle on the bomb run. It is composed of 4 locks, a compass rose lock, a wind gear lock, an airspeed lock, and a wind speed lock. There are these 2 wheels here, the compass rose and the wind gear, and then there are these scales for airspeed and ground speed and wind speed, as well as these detachable interchangeable scales here for each bomb type and altitude. Finally, there is a drift indicator here. The procedure is begun with the bombsight zeroed, and this is determined by making sure that the dots match up on either side. In this example, we are flying into a crosswind from the left, and it is taking 7.5 degrees of drift correction for us to maintain our heading. We synchronize the bombsight onto an object on the ground prior to beginning the bomb run, and then in this example we find out that the bombsight is synchronized with a tangent of a drop angle of 0.57. We also know that our true airspeed is 180 knots. So given the airspeed of 180 knots, the tangent of the drop angle, which we've determined by synchronizing the bombsight on an object on the ground, and the drift, which we've determined by maintaining a steady course with the bombsight, this information is input into the bombing computer. First, we find out that we're on a heading of 235 degrees, so we set the compass rose to 235 degrees, opposite this lubber line here, and we lock the compass rose wheel. We set our true airspeed for 180 knots here and lock the airspeed lock. We rotate the wind gear in a general direction to the left because we know that the wind is coming from the left. And then we want to move the pointer to the 7.5 degrees to the left that we talked about is required to maintain our course. With this done, we then adjust the wind gear to bring our tangent of the dropping angle to 0.57, and we lock it here. And we find 2 pieces of information. We find now that our wind speed is 24 knots, and the wind is coming from approximately 330 degrees, which is the tail here of this arrow here, opposite 330 degrees. With this information now locked into the system, when we change headings, it will give us our new calculations. Now we will turn the airplane onto a heading of 13 degrees. And our true airspeed is still set at 180 knots. And this tells us that our new tangent of the dropping angle is approximately 0.5. And our ground speed is approximately 164 miles an hour. We see that our new drift angle is approximately 6.5 degrees to the right now. So we will turn the bomb sight to 6 degrees to the right. We also know that our new tangent of a drop angle is 0.5, so we will make the adjustment accordingly. This allows us to begin the bomb run with all the calculations already entered in for successful completion.